Okay, I think I'm live. Cool. Let me send out some links. See if anybody wants to join in today. Hey, Captain Shane here. We're going to be doing some short haul operations today out of Louisville to Raleigh-Durham. I have never flown there before in flight sim. Just in reality I have, but I've never been there in flight sim. So we're going to try it out today. I'm going to start planning my flight. I'm going to do everything from scratch here. So you guys are going to get to see the full thing today. So we'll start with our fuel. And of course, I'm referencing our flight plan here from SimBrief. All right, so block fuel today is going to be 40,000 pounds. Taxi fuel 2,000. Trip fuel calculation is 17,756. So let's call it 17,8. And our payload today, 159.3. 159,300. Apply that to the FMS. Cool. Let's go ahead and get started with our checks here. Get out my checklist. All right, cockpit preparation, gear handle, down locked. Smart cars started. APU fire tests. Let's do that.
Engine 1 fire. Engine 2 fire. Engine 3 fire.
Okay. Enunciator digit test. Let's do that now.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Okay. That's done. Air system test is in progress here. All right. Let us continue on. Okay. IRUs 1, 2, and 3 on. Hydraulic. Oh, there's our cargo fire. Okay, hydraulic pressure test. Initiate. Let's go down to the hydraulic page and let that hydraulic pressure test go. Okay. Emergency power on. Emergency lights on. Windshield defog on. Nav lights are already on. Logo lights are on. Seatbelt sign. No smoking. On. Standby ADI. Uncaged. EFB is on. Oxygen. Check. Check pilot. Check co-pilot. Okay, weather knobs. On, turn up, plan, map, traffic data, VOR. Alright, takeoff warning. Throttle 1.
Stabilizer. Brakes. Flat.
Throttles 2 and 3.
Stabilizer.
A little delayed there.
Brakes. Flat.
Okay. Takeoff warning is checked. IRS. Initialize on FMC. Okay. And FMC set. Okay. That is the initial cockpit preparation checklist. Let's go ahead and get our FMC set up here. So we're going to go K, S, D, F, K, R, D, U. And the alternate is going to be Charlotte. C, L, E. UPS 22. What is our flight number today? 2276. 76. Cruise altitude. How high are we going to get on this today? $350. 350. Cost index 100. And our temperature. So we're at 350, so that's 55 plus 14. So minus 55 plus 14 is going to be minus 41 with a plus 18 knot tailwind component. And I get that information from right here. Average ISA plus 14, average wind component plus 18, average over the course of the flight. Alright, let's try cost index 76 today. That's what it's recommending. Cost index 76. Let's see what we get out of that. Okay. Okay, fuel initialized is good. Let's go to flight plan now. So we're going to do SDF, SID, 17 right. We're on the Pedra 5 to Shipper. And from Shipper, we're going to go direct to BKW. BKW. Direct to Fricky? Fricky. F-R-I-K-Y. And from Fricky, we're going to pick up the Alden 4. The Aldan 4 Fricky. And I'm looking for the ILS 23 left for now, but I may change that. Alright, we'll take a look here. Let's take a look at this ILS 23 left approach. Alright. So that's 23 left. And we'll probably pick it up at Is butts one of the transitions we can use? Yes, transition butts. That'd be perfect. So insert. Oh yeah. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and delete this this manual. Yeah, it's a perfect transition onto the ILS. Yeah, we don't even need the vectors. It'll take us right in. Awesome. Map. Takeoff data. So we got 450. So let's do a flex. Flex 50 is fine. Flaps 15. Outside air temperature is 26. Let's get the wind. Let's see here. 280 at 4. Well, a little bit of a tailwind. No big deal. That's actually so 0 slope with a +2 tailwind. Okay. So that's going to give us a V1 of 131, rotate of 154, a V2 of 161, with a climb out speed of 171. Clean maneuvering speed is 241. So we can climb at 250. And after takeoff, we're going to fly heading 170, but we'll confirm that. And since we don't have any ATC, we're going to clear ourselves all the way up to 350 right now. Alright, So takeoff data is good. Let's do a check on a fuel. More than enough fuel. Fuel looks good. All right, let's go to our final cockpit preparation checklist. Fuel quantity checked and confirmed. FMC is checked and set. So flight plan over here. We're gonna do takeoff data on the right. Flap takeoff selector. We're doing flaps 15 for takeoff. FCP set 250 or VCL, it's 250 is higher. And heading and altitude set for departure. That's 170 direct out of here. Altitude cleared straight to 350 in the absence of ATC. And auto brake set for takeoff. Okay, cockpit preparation checklist complete. Let's go ahead and check the weather one last time. See what do I got here. So, weather at Louisville right now. 280 at 4 knots, 10 statute miles visibility, scatter clouds at 800 feet. Wow. Broken at 3,800, broken at 7,000, broken at 15,000. So we have caught a lot of clouds low to the ground here. Alright. Temperature 27, 2.23. And it sounds like it's raining. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe it's not raining, but it's definitely cloudy, low to the ground. So we'll be flying right into a layer. Alright, and the altimeter. I didn't grab that. Altimeter is 290908. Let's get that in here now. 290908. And 290908 on a standby. So, let's quickly go over the departure briefing now. I want to get that out of the way. So we're going to be taking off at 17 right. We're going to fly heading 170, then intercept course 185 to lean. Then a left turn on to package towards freight, Fedra, and then on course. Takeoff minimums. We should have no issue making those at all. Alright, 17 right. Climb heading 170, intercept 185, heading to lean, then depict that on route to Fedra. Okay. And just in case we have to come back, let's go ahead and get the ILS 17 right put in here. Hey, Seth. Yes, I am. I am on VATSIM right now. So I'm sitting at Louisville. If you go to SimAware, you'll see that I am right here. That's me. I'm always on VATSIM. I do every one of my flights on VATSIM, whether it's ATC or not, because I just like it's like a backup to my logbook. If I fly on VATSIM, it records all of my flights and my times and my call signs. So I just like being on VATSIM. It makes me feel a little more immersed in this. Anyway, we're all set, guys. So let's go ahead and do our before start pushback checklists. Status page, engine, APU, on. Doors and windows, let's secure those now. What do you fly, Seth? What do you fly for a virtual airline? And if so, what aircraft do you typically fly? I'm a MD-11 guy, top to bottom, and I've been that way for 15 years. I'm not like these new guys flying this TFDI MD-11. It's like spam all over the sky. I'm an OG. Okay, wait for the APU to come on. Okay, aux hydraulic pump on. Parking brake is already set. Waiting on APU. Let's go ahead and turn the beacon light on right now. Okay, APU power available. So let's go APU power. And we're going to go ahead and pull the ground power unit and the chocks. APU air source. On. Engine ignition B today because we used A last night. Okay, before start checklist complete. Let's go ahead and let's call for pushback. Let's take a look at what we got here.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Oh, that's awesome, Seth. I love a fellow MD-11 driver. Back in the good old days, I used to play FSX.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And I did the PMDG MD-11 as well. I used to do payware flight models for FS9 and FSX. This was 14, 15 years ago. I moved on to some combat flight sims for a while, and then I completely got out of the flight sim business when I had kids because I didn't have the time for it. But my kids are growing up now, and I have a different situation where my kids are only with me half the time, so I have a lot more time for flying. Like, my kids are with their mom today. I'll get them later today for 4th of July. But yeah, I've been an MD-11 guy since 2006. Alright, just waiting on a tug.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, clear to connect. Yeah, I love it. This is my favorite thing to do, man. I got a lot more time for it now than I used to. And even when my kids are home, I can still do it. In fact, my daughter, who's 11, recently got into it too. She's flying a Cessna 172 around Ontario Airport right now on this game. She likes my setup. Oh, alright, cool.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, crew, clear for engine start. Alright, engine start. Starting engine 3. Button out, light on. N2. Okay, oil pressure on the rise. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Button in, light out. Okay, good start on 3. Starting 1. Button out, light on. Okay, N2, oil pressure's good. Let's go fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay, button in, light out. Good start on 1. Starting 2. Button out, light on. Okay, N2's coming up. Oil pressure's good. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay, good start on 2.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, transponder is going to be 4021, and we need the CTAF for KSDF 12420. So let's put that in here. 12420, and we'll put Unicom and a standby. Okay, let's see here. After start checklist. Engine airflow anti-ice not required. Air control panel. Air source off. APU off. Age and pins. Stand by for ground signal.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Hey, thanks ground. We'll look for you on the right. Okay, waiting on pins and the ground signal, and then we'll be ready for taxi checklist. Hi, co-pilot. Let me know what you see over there. Hey, Tactical Pigeon, how are you, man? We're flying to Raleigh-Durham today. Alright, there's the guy. He's got the hand signal and the pin. Alright. Taxi checklist. Flaps and slats set for takeoff. Spoiler handle. Armed. Status page. Config. Stabilizer trim set for takeoff. We need 5.6 aircraft nose up. Overshot it a little bit. Okay, taxi light not required. Takeoff data confirm. V1 131, 154, 161, or 171 pitch climb out. Takeoff departure brief is already performed. Radar set for departure. Ready? Let's go about. I like to do about 2.5 degree tilt up, one more notch. And transponder set TARA. All right, let's go ahead and do our announcement. We're going to be taxiing out, and let's get a quick look at where we're actually going here. So we are here. We're going to take Bravo all the way to 17 right. Bravo to 17 right. Okay. Louisville traffic, good morning. UPS 2276, taxi to 17 right via Bravo, Louisville. Okay, crew, clear for taxi. Parking brake released. Forward thrust. Alright, let's start with our flight control check as we're on the roll here. 2 rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. Okay, nose wheel steering checks. Brakes check. And we're rolling. Clear left, clear right. I'm all right. Okay, let's continue our flight control checks. Let's go ailerons left, gray green, ailerons right, gray green, elevators up, 2 green, elevator down, 2 green. Okay, flight controls are checked. And that is taxi checklist complete. Now we're just taxiing out to runway 17 right. Let me give you a look at where we're going here. So we left ramp 5. We're on taxiway Bravo now. We're going to cross 29 and hold short of 17 right. Alright, let's do before takeoff checklist here. Before takeoff checklist. Takeoff clearance is obtained because we're Unicom. EAD checked. Green box. Landing lights, taxi lights, strobe lights, runway turnoff lights are on. Radar switch on. Okay, before takeoff checklist complete. Nav and profile. Okay. Coming left. Alright, let's get on the runway. Louisville traffic, UPS 2276 departing runway 17 right on the Fedra 5 departure. Lean. Louisville. Okay, crew, clear for takeoff. Alright. Kind of undershot that a little bit. Let me get lined up. Okay, crew, let's go. Stabilize at 40. Alright, takeoff thrust. Auto flight. Thrust set. $80 knots. Clamp. B1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, auto flight. Louisville traffic, UPS 2276 heavy is clear of 17 right over to Unicom 228. So long. Okay, we're up in the soup right now. Alright. Speed checks, flaps retract. Oh. What's going on here? Weird. Okay, we're totally in the clouds right now. Very bumpy. Okay, speed checks, flaps, slats retract. A lot of turbulence here. Man, it's bumpy up in here.
Stabilizer motion.
Woo! That is bumpy, bumpy. Alright, starting to settle down a little bit. Ah, we're breaking through. Okay, 10,000 feet after takeoff checklist. Landing gear up, lights out. Spoiler handle. Disarmed. Auto brakes. Off. Flaps and slats. Up, retract.
Stabilizer motion.
Flap takeoff selector, 15 degrees. EAD, check, no alerts. Exterior lights, let's go. Landing light off, taxi light off. Runway turn off lights off. Okay, altimeters, waiting for transition altitude. We're accelerating to 339 pitch. Okay, a little traffic on the TCAS off to the right. Oh, it's another MD-11. Go figure. Of course it's an MD-11, right? Okay, passing 16,000. 17. All right, Pigeon. We'll see you later, man. Happy 4th of July. All right, transition altitude 29092. Okay, after takeoff checklist complete. Alright, I'm going to step away for about 1 minute to grab some more coffee. Co-pilot, you have the aircraft, you have the radios. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have the airplane. Climbing to flight level 230 for 350. Let's take a look at our numbers, how we're doing here. Performance, 32 miles to go to the top of the climb. Progress page, fuel, a little bit light today. You should try to get 20,000 pounds in landing. It might be a little short. No big deal. Plenty of reserves still. That's us. Heading over to Raleigh-Durham. Who do I have in the channel today? I see I got some concurrent viewers. Who do I got here? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
I'm just wondering why.
Okay, climbing through 300 for 350. We're gonna need to start talking about our arrival here pretty quick. We don't have that far to go.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. Alright, let's monitor this altitude capture here. Came up a little short again. I've been noticing lately that this autopilot has a tendency of coming up short on the altitude captures. It'll adjust. Alright. Let the co-pilot take it for a little bit. I never sit here. $185 miles to top of descent. Fuel's coming back in. That's good. Tell you what, since we're sitting in the right seat for a little bit, let's set the flight plan over here, and we'll put progress over there. Okay. So now that we're established at cruise, now would be a good time to review some of our procedures for getting into Raleigh. So let's go take a look at this Alden 4 RNAV arrival. We're going to be picking up at Fricky. Tell you what, first I want to take a look at the airport diagram, kind of familiarize myself with it. Air cargo is over here. Oh, well that doesn't make sense. Then I want to do runway 23 right for a landing then. So we don't have so far to drive. I don't want to land on 23 left. That's kind of a short runway too. Let's recalculate for 23 right. Yeah, I don't want to do 23 left. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see, 23 right. That makes way more sense to me. All right, same deal. So let's go over to the FMS. I want to recalculate. Let's go ILS 23 right, butts. Alright, we're going to take out the discontinuity here. And we'll tie it right in, just like we were going to do for 2-3 left. It's the same transition on butts here. Warms, Dabkey, Pristine, Bodley, down to 2-3 right. 2-3 right's a much better runway for us. 10,000 feet. Flaps 35 looks appropriate for that. I think we'll stick with that. Yeah, I like that better. Way better. Okay, let's get back on the chart now. Since we have a much better arrival planned in. Alden 4. Landing 2-3 right. from Alden, track on 143 to cross Gazer at or below 9,000. So we got a crossing restriction at Alden, 250 knots at basically 11.5. Gazer at or below 9,000. Harsh 210 knots at 8,500. And Butts 6,000 feet, 210 knots. And then from there we're going to transition on to the ILS for 23 right. So let's make sure these crossing restrictions are in our flight plan. Okay, and make Dawn at or below 7,000, that's right. Bavco at or below 12,000. Alden 250 knots, 10,500. Yep, that's checks. Gazer at or below 9. Harsh 8,500 at 210 knots. And Butts 210 knots, 6,000 feet. And then on to the transition. Okay. That looks good. And I think now we'll go ahead and take a look at the ILS approach. Or 2-3 right. So we're going to transition from Butts towards Worms. At Worms, we should be... Oh, it doesn't really matter. We're going to pick up Dabkey at 4,000 feet. Kristen, 3,000. And Bodley, 2,200. And then we're going to fly the 3-degree glide slope down. The threshold's at 55 feet. Touchdown zone, 490 feet. Decision altitude, decision height 200 feet, radar altimeter, 10,000 foot of runway available. And then our missed approach is going to be climbing to 1,000, then a climbing right turn to 2,200 on the RDU VOR 356 to Durham intersection, which is 11 DME, and hold. So let's go ahead and back up our NavRad stuff, and we're going to put in 117.2 at 356 NavRad. 117.2 slash 356. I'll put that in the pre-select on the right, and then the ILS is going to be 111.7. 111.7. Final approach course 234. I'll put that pre-select right there. So we got missed approach, NavRad here, ILS NavRad there on the left. Again, the FMS will automatically do this for us, but in case we have any kind of a failure or a shortcoming of the system, we got backup right here. So I like having that programmed in just in case. Got another aircraft way out there on the right. Let's see if we can figure out who that is. Oh. A Virgin Atlantic Boeing Dreamliner. And we're actually on a collision course here. We better watch out for that. Look at this. All right, I'm back in the seat. You want to keep an eye on this. We're at the same altitude, and we're gonna be kind of crossing each other. So, Virgin 104. Wrong button. Wrong button. I meant this one. Oops. All right. Virgin Atlantic 104 UPS 2276 heavy on frequency. Virgin 104 UPS 2276 heavy on freak. I'm trying to deconflict here with this guy, but he doesn't seem to want to listen. Let me see if I can get him on text. I need to get a hold of this guy, Virgin 104. All right, let's try this another way. I think this guy's asleep at the wheel. Yeah, I think we might be okay, but he may fly through my wake turbulence. I wish he was paying attention a little more. There he is. Alright, I'm telling him I recommend a deviation of 20 degrees left to avoid my wake turbulence, but I don't know if he's gonna pay attention or not. Yeah, it does look like he's gonna cross just behind me, but it's close. It's pretty close, so, you know, whatever. Trying to help the guy out, but if he doesn't want to pay attention, that's on him. Yeah, he's gonna be after us now. I think we're alright. Whatever. Trying to help the guy out. let's do a fuel check here. So BKW. According to the flight plan, at BKW, we should have 25,000 pounds of fuel aboard. And we're at 25.6. That's looking pretty good. I'll watch that. Alright, coming up on our fuel check, BKW in 30 seconds. Alright, BKW. Supposed to have 25.0 on board, and we have 25.3. Perfect fuel burn. Alright, we can close off that fuel synoptic. Don't need that anymore. Alright, so we've briefed the we've briefed the descent, we've briefed the ILS approach, so we got our top of descent coming up here in about 90 miles or so. Let me see. Oh, what am I thinking? 43 miles. That's the 40 brain. Never mind. We have 40 to go. Such a beautiful day to be flying, isn't it? Happy 4th of July, everybody. Alright, let's start doing some frequency checks here. Let me get the CTAF for Raleigh. RDU 12745. We'll put that in here. 12745. Get that ready. Oh, crap. I don't want to do that. Flight plan. Niche. Menu. Oops, what'd I do? Messed something up there. Flight plan. Performance. Okay, 21 miles to top of descent. Yes, it is, EO Master. Beautiful day. Look at that. Let's go outside. Beautiful day to be flying. Every day in the United States is beautiful, man. America. Okay, top of descent coming up. Let's go ahead and get our radar pointed down. I'd like to see what I'm flying into. Okay. Real quick while we have the time. So the ATIS RDU. Wind 230 at 10, so the wind is right down the runway. A few clouds at 2,000, 25,000, so no clouds over the airfield. Altimeter 3002. Perfect. It's perfect weather for landing at Raleigh. And let's go ahead and select the correct runway here. So we're going to be on 23 right. There we go. 10 degrees. I mean, the wind is right down the runway. It's absolutely ideal conditions for landing. Alright, that's us and that's Raleigh right there. Alright, let me make my announcement. Raleigh-Durham traffic, UPS 2276 Heavy, leaving flight level 350, descending via the Alden 4 arrival, Raleigh. Okay. Vertical alert. Alright, crew, starting down. Here we go. Oh, forgot to set the altitude. Woo! All right, here we go. Let's go down to 10,000 feet. All right, cleared to 10. Okay, crew descending. Alright, descent and approach checklist. Landing data. Let's review one more time. Approach speed is 159. 10,000 feet of runway available. Flaps 35. Approach brief, we've already performed that. Windshield anti-ice, not required. Position height, 200. Radar altimeter is set and checked. Seatbelt sign. On. Altimeters, waiting on that. It's going to be... altimeters are going to be 3002. Okay, sense looking good. A little bit low on profile, but it's coming back in. Alright, there it is. We should be transitioning over to indicated airspeed here really soon. There it is, 344. Here, puppy. Go. Eat your breakfast. Okay. Oh, add drag. Speed brakes extended. Getting a little fast here. And speed brakes, retract. Okay, standby transition altitude. Let's put that in now. 3002. 3002. 3002. Okay, altimeter set, cross check 3002. Add drag. Speed brakes extended. Okay, speed brakes retract. Coming right. Okay, profile to 12, clear to 10. Beautiful day. Look at it. I love North Carolina. When I retire from the military, and I'm retired from everything I'm doing, I want to live in North Carolina. I want this to be my forever home. I love North Carolina. Okay. Profile looks good. You start leveling off here. Or we're just gonna blow right through that. Okay. Oh, it's at or below. Okay. I thought we were about to blow through a restriction. It's at or below 12,000 at Fabco. All right, we're good.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. All right, 245 thrust. We need to start slowing this bad boy down. So I'm gonna go ahead and level off at 10,000 while we decelerate here. Coming left. Okay, down to 10,000 and hold. Actually, no. We need to be at Glazer at 9,000 feet. We need to put some speed brake in.
Altitude. Altitude.
Check. Yeah, I need to get down. We need to be at or below Glazer. 9,000 feet. We gotta slow down right now. We're way too fast. Way too fast. I did not plan this right.
Altitude.
Yep, I heard you. I'm trying to slow us down. We're way too fast here.
Stabilizer.
Yep,
moving.
I hear you. Alright, speed brake up. Slots extend. Alright. Let's take it down. Okay, we got speed under control now. IDMP identified here. That's our ILS receiver, IDMP. So we're already tuned in. Yep, there it is. Okay, idle thrust, 210. Outside views for you. Alright, we'll take her down to 4,000 feet. 4 foul to 6, cleared to 4. Alright, let's go ahead and get flaps 15 out. We need to slow this thing down some more.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Hey, profile to 4. Voice server error, timeout. Weird. Why is it doing this? Weird. Voice server error, timeout. Huh. Wonder why that is. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and arm approach. We're decelerating to 189. Flaps 28's coming out here pretty quick here.
Stabilizer motion.
Let's go ahead and tune in the CTAF. Hey, crew down to 4. Land armed. I have the localizer is alive.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. Yeah, field in sight. Way down the glide slope. Alright, crew, clear down to 3. Glide slope's alive. Let's go flaps 28. Localizer capture.
Altitude.
Glide slope capture. Gear down. Laps 35. Okay, let's arm spoilers. Auto brake minimum.
Stabilizer motion.
Alright, let's see here. Missed approach altitude. $2,200. Missed approach altitude set. Okay, landing checklist. Landing gear down, 4 green. Spoilers, armed. Auto brakes, set. Minimum. Flaps, 35, set. Altimeters, 3002, set. EAD, green box. Before landing checklist complete. Raleigh-Durham traffic UPS 2276 heavy on the ILS 23 right approach, Raleigh. You know what? It's such a beautiful day. I'm gonna take it early. Let's align the throttles. Auto throttle disconnect and autopilot.
Autopilot.
Okay, I have control. Alright, hand flying it right now. Looking good. Little fast, correcting. Looking nice, guys. We're right on the glide slope.
Approaching minimum.
Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Right, nose down. Reverse thrust. Okay, 80 knots, manual braking. Reverse is normal. Beautiful landing. Golly, that was nice. Hey, on the brakes. Alright, coming left. Hey, Raleigh-Durham traffic, UPS 2276 heavy is clear 23 right, taxi to cargo via Foxtrot. That was a nice landing, guys. Okay, let's go to parking. Okay, after landing checklist. Spoilers. Up. Flaps and slats. Up, retract. Weather radar. Off. Auto brakes. Off. Dab trim. Let's go 3 degrees, aircraft nose down. Aircraft nose up, correction. Landing lights. Landing lights are off. Taxi lights off. Runway turn off. Off. Okay. Anti-ice is not required. APU, let's start it up. You know what, we should probably get on this taxiway. This one over here. Oh wait, no, I don't know. Tell you what, we'll stay where we're at, 'cause I don't know where we're going. Alright, we'll make a right turn here at Juliet 5. Or we can take it all the way here and come back around. Let's do that. We'll make a right turn on the Foxtrot and swing around that way. That's probably better. Alright, let's see what our landing rate was. That felt pretty smooth. 267 feet per minute. It felt better than that. It felt way better than that. Actually, you know what? We're gonna turn in here. Okay, there's our spot. Okay, coming right. FedEx, boo! Alright. Parking brake set. Parking checklist. Transponder. Off. Anti-ice is off. Fuel switch 3, 1, 2. Seatbelts. Exterior lights. Beacon light is off. Emergency power switch off. Okay, ground ops. Let's get the wheel chocks in and the ground power unit in. Switch over to ground power. Switch off from APU. Parking brake released. IRUs, I'm going to leave them on because we are going to be leaving here pretty soon. APU's off. Status page. No concerns. Alright, let's open her up. Cool, man. That was a good flight. Alright, let's see where we can go next. Ooh, let's do this one. Raleigh-Durham to Newark. 2113. Oh, I want that. Let's go to Newark. Alright. 2113. Okay, so I've booked flight 2113. Let's go ahead and plan that flight. That sounds like fun. SimBrief. New flight. UPS 2113. KRDU. Ooh, I can't type. KRDU. KEWR. I can't type. KEWR. 294. 294. What? How do we land? What do we do with fuel here? $19.8. That's pretty dang good. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our flight planning here. EWR with the Boston is our alternate. That seems like a weird alternate, but whatever. Fuel factor -1. Runway 23 right. I want to do 23 right for takeoff. And then let's look at the weather at Newark. VATSIM. Alright, ILS 22 left, approach and use. Okay, so we're going to go 22 left for Newark. That's our flight plan. Oxford to Carmel, Port, and Filbo. Let's go ahead and generate that, see what we get. Oh, I got the call sign wrong. 2113. That's better. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll log off VATSIM for a little bit. Let's go ahead and file this flight plan on VATSIM. 35,000. Cool. File flight plan. Okay. Now we'll bring it up in SimBrief or Navigraph. Let's go flights, unload, import flight from SimBrief, RDU. Cool. Pretty basic departure out of here. Okay. Let's go ahead and start working on our weight and balance here. Hey, how's it going, man? How do you pronounce your name? Lickusnost? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, I just landed here at Raleigh, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it going because I'm having such a good day here. We're going to take another short-haul flight from Raleigh up to Newark. Should be a little over an hour, and then I'll probably take a rest for a while, get ready for 4th of July stuff. But right now I'm working on weight and balance. Let's take a look here. Alright, SimBrief. I'm going to put this over here. Alright, our trip fuel is going to be 20,300. Taxi fuel 2,000, and the block fuel 47,000. All right, cargo on board for this flight is going to be 180.6. Ooh, okay. 186,000. So our takeoff center of gravity is 27.4. Zero fuel weight CG is 23.8. 180,600 pounds of cargo. Block fuel 47,000. 20,000 trip. Okay. Let's load that into the aircraft. It's Swedish. Oh, lucky cheese. I don't speak Swedish. I speak a little bit of German. How do you say my name is? Is it Jag? Jagheter? Jagheter Shane? Am I saying that right? I don't know. I haven't spoken Swedish really before. Okay, let's go ahead and do our cockpit preparation checklist real quick. Alright. Gear handle. Okay, let's do smart cars. Smart cars, we're going to go ahead and fly this flight, 2113. Alright. It's Jagkette. Okay, cool. That's all the Swedish that I know. I think I know how to say I love you too, but I don't even want to say it. I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce it. Like Jag ide. Don't ask me why I even know that. Not good. Okay, All right, man. Eat something. I got about 15 minutes till I get my aircraft set up, but hopefully we'll catch you here for the takeoff. Go get some chow. I'll see you in a little bit, man. Happy 4th of July. I know it's not a Swedish holiday, but you can celebrate with us today. Let me get on with my checklist here. All right. APU IRSs are already on. I'm in love with you. I said it right? Cool, man. Happy 4th of July, man. Thank you. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. We don't need to do turn off emergency power on. Seatbelts on. Standby ADS, good oxygen, weather knobs. Takeoff warning.
Stabilizer. Flat.
Okay. And let us get on with the FMC setup here. So initialize. It's already initialized. So let's go KRDU. The KEWR with an alternate KBOS UPS 2113 flight level 350 cost index 97 and our performance factors ISA plus 14, so that should be minus 41 with a wind component of plus 2. Let's get back on VATSIM as well. Alright. Connect UPS 2113. Squawk 2167. 2167. Alright. Okay, weight looks good. Fuel looks good. Flight plan. Let's go RDU. We're going to take runway 23 right on the Oxford 5. With the Carmel transition. Let's go plan. Insert. Alright, and then from Carmel, we're going to go Fort. I've seen that one before. Q-U-A-R-T. And then Court, we're going to get on to the Filbo. So, Airways. Oh, nope, that's not it. Star. We were, what did we say we were landing? 22 left. So, the ILS 22 left. On the Filbo. With the Court transition, and let's take a look at Newark's 22 left ILS, and it's looking like we're gonna want the, well, I don't want that pattern. I guess I do. Let's try the pattern initial approach fix. So insert, let's check that out. Coming up and around. Oh yeah, that's definitely right. Cool. We'll leave that discontinuity in there for now because we're going to probably get vectors in from that. That looks good. Missed approach is in. Cool. Flight plan is entered. Let's do, we got a takeoff weight of 479, so we're going to do flaps 15 again. Outside air temperature is 30 degrees. It's a little warm. Headwind. What do we got here? We got 10 knot headwind. That's nice. So 0, minus 10. Oh, yeah. Okay, V1, 135. Rotate, 160. V2, 165 with a climb out speed of 175. Minimum maneuvering speed, 249. So we can go 250. We'll clear our subs all the way up to 35,000 feet in lieu of ATC. And let's check for our departure heading. On the Oxford 5. Alright, there's really no instructions here. So let's just look at the airport diagram. 234. So we'll plan on a 234 heading. Two, three, four heading. Okay. Alright, let's do a couple quick checks here. Alright, final cockpit prep. Fuel quantity. Looks good. FMC is checked and set. Flap takeoff selector. Flaps 15 set. Flight control panel set for takeoff. Auto brake. Takeoff. Okay, final cockpit preparation checklist complete. I think we're ready to go ahead and get ready to push out of here. Oh yeah, this would be a short taxi. This is nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and start closing up all of our doors and get ready to go. And let's start running our before start checklist. Alright. Status page. Engine. APU start. Doors and windows are closed and latched. Aux hydraulic pump 1 on. Parking brake set. And I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to use the restroom real quick while we wait for the APU to come on. So crew, I will be right back. Okay, crew, I'm back. Let's go. Let's see here. What do we got? APU is started. Doors and windows are closed. Parking brake is set. Let's pull the... Let's go APU power. Let's pull the chocks and the ground power. Beacon light on. APU air source on. Ignition A. Alright, let's call for pushback.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Alright, let's push back to about right here.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Oh man, that's great. Okay, so just waiting on the tug. And here he is. Let's watch.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Let it connect.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, crew, we are clear for engine start. Let's go, starting engine number 3. But now, light on. Hey, welcome back, man. Alright, N2. Oil pressure. We're starting engines right now. Pushing back and starting engines. Okay, fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Oil pressure's coming up. Light out, button in. Okay, good start on number 3, starting 1. Button out, light on. N2, oil pressure. Alright, let's go fuel on. Alright, and starting engine number 2. But now, light on. Good start on 1. And 2, oil pressure. You know what? How about this rotate MD-11, man? Now, it's very challenging. It's very complicated. But if you want something that's really fulfilling, try this thing. Rotate MD-11. Now, they only have a freighter version, okay? So it won't be hauling any packs, but I fly for UPS Virtual Airlines, so this works for me. I highly recommend the MD-11. Okay, fuel on, EGT, fuel flow. Good start on engine 2. Alright, crew, we have a good start on all 3 engines.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, standing by. Ooh, I don't think I need to put a D-rated takeoff in here. What was I thinking? Oh man. Oh, I don't want to be using that much thrust. Flex 50. There we go. Okay, disconnect. Okay, at the start checklist, engine anti-ice, airfoil anti-ice not required. APU. Air source off, APU stopped.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Okay. We'll be looking for the ground crew on the right. What do I think about the 737-200? I think it'd be a really fun airplane to fly. I have no experience with it though. I've only had X-plane for about a month, and this is the only plane that I fly. I don't know anything else about any other aircraft yet. Okay, hand signal and pin on the right. After start checklist complete. I'd love to try it though. I bet it'd be fun. I like those retro planes. Okay, taxi checklist. Flaps and slats. Flaps 15. Spoiler handle. Armed. Status page. Config. Stabilizer trim set for takeoff. Alright, we need 5 degrees. 5.8 aircraft nose up. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me get taken off here, and I'll give you my whole backstory about my flight simming career. Yes and no to answer your question, but let me get through this first, and we'll talk. I promise I'll answer all your questions. Okay, taxi light not required. Takeoff data confirm set MFD 135 160 165 175 set. Departure brief already performed radar. Radar is set for takeoff. Transponder TARA. Alright. And we'll do a flight control check here once we get moving. Let me make my announcement. Raleigh-Durham traffic UPS. What's my call sign? What is my call sign? I don't even remember. UPS 2113 heavy taxiing to 23 right. Alright, crew, let's get taxiing here. Forward thrust. Alright, let's do nose wheel steering and rudder checks. Rudder left 2 green. Rudder right 2 green. Nose wheel steering checks. Brake check. Okay. Let's do flight controls check. Ailerons left 3 green. Ailerons right 3 green. Elevator up. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm not getting my elevator up. Travel all the way. That's a concern. I got elevators down. I have elevator up. Huh. I need to write that one up. That's a concern. I'm not getting elevator up. I'll note that. That should be enough, but prefer to get green on that. Okay, got a left turn coming up here. Okay, coming left. Okay, I'm gonna slow her down. Let's do our before takeoff checklist. Okay, before takeoff checklist. Takeoff clearance is going to be good because we're Unicom. EAD checked, no alerts, green box. Landing lights, exterior lights, strobe lights, runway turn-off lights are on. Radar switch is good. Before takeoff checklist complete. So let's go ahead and stop here real quick. I'm going to make sure I'm going to do one last check at everything before we go. Okay. I think we're ready. Okay, crew, clear for takeoff. Let me make my announcement. Raleigh-Durham traffic, UPS 2113 Heavy, departing runway 23 right on the Oxford 5 departure. Raleigh. Okay, parking brake released. Let's roll. This will be a rolling takeoff. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Okay, crew, clear for takeoff. Ready? Okay, power up, stabilize. Okay, engine parameters good. Takeoff thrust. Auto flight. Thrust set. $80 knots. Clamp. Wow, this runway's got a little bit of a slope to it. B1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay, autopilot. AP1. Okay, 250 pitch. Speed checks. Flaps retract. Uh-oh.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, slats retract. Raleigh-Durham traffic, UPS 2113 heavy is clear, runway 23 right. Over to Unicom 228, so long.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Alright, back over to Unicom. And there's the airport. Just took off from. We took off, made a hard right turn, and we're climbing towards our first fix. Okay, 250 pitch, climb thrust 102.7 through 7,000 for flight level 350. Isn't it, man? Isn't this MD-11 beautiful? Look at this thing, dude. I think it's the most beautiful airplane in the world. I really do. And I'm pretty dang good at flying it too, if I say so myself. Okay, climbing to 9,000 for flight level 350. Yes, it is. So, Rotate MD-11 is available for X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12. You can get it for either one. There's a model for each. Okay, 10,000 feet. After takeoff checklist. Landing gear up, lights out. Spoiler handle. Disarmed. Auto brakes. Auto brakes are... I'd get to them. Auto brakes off.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Flaps up, retract. Flap takeoff selector. 15 degrees. EAD, check, no alerts. Exterior lights. Landing light, taxi light, runway turn off lights are off. And we're down to altimeters. Waiting on 18,000. Accelerating to 349 pitch. Alright, so let me answer your question. Am I coming from Microsoft Flight Simulator? Not really. So the last time I did any kind of like commercial flight simulation like this would be about 2011. And I was on Flight Sim FSX. So I used to fly the PMDG MD-11 on that. That was, what, 13, 14 years ago? And I had a long layoff from this sort of stuff. I just recently came back to it about a month ago, and I decided to go with X-Plane. And this is all I know for modern flight simming. I have never played Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. If I was going to get into it, I'd wait for 2024 to come out. I don't want to get onto a flight sim that's on its way out. You know what I mean? So I'm going to wait for 2024 and make a decision on it then. For now, I'm happy with X-Plane and this Rotate MD-11. So I unfortunately have no experience with Microsoft Flight Simulator in its modern iteration. Okay, climbing through 1,400 for level 350. I saw some weird stuff on X-Pilot saying there's some error on the voice chat, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get a radio check in there. But that's what I've been hearing, that it has better physics. I honestly don't know how it compares to Flight Sim 2020 because I haven't flown anything in there, so I don't know if it's better or not. I've heard the same. Alright, let me do a radio check here. UPS 2113 radio check on Unicom. Radio check. Let's see, I'm on Unicom. Let me see if I can get somebody on text. Okay, climbing to 18,000. Let's go. Altimeter's 2992. Standby. 2992. After takeoff checklist complete. Alright. Alright, let me try this. I'm gonna log off. Let me see if I can cycle it. Disconnect. Connect VATSIM. Any station this net UPS 2113 heavy radio check on Unicom. Radio check on 22.8. I don't know, man. I can't get anybody to talk today. Hey, coming right. Radio check. Nothing, man. Whatever. Not the end of the world. Alright, here we are, crew. Out of Raleigh-Durham. want to see something funny? A few days ago, there was like maybe 3 or 4 MD-11s flying around at any given time. Now, there's 80. Isn't that a joke? All these people just jumping on the bandwagon because this thing came out. The TFDI MD-11 came out for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So now there's 80 people flying MD-11s around. That's crazy. Whatever, man. Everybody knows that the OGs. I've been doing it forever. Alright, where are we at? Radio check. Okay, climbing through 340.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. Oh, sure. I'd love to. You want a flight deck tour? Okay. We got some time here. We're leveled off. Let me do a quick check on the. Let's see, flight plan. Hop and descent is at 1647. So we got about 15 minutes we can chat. All right, we'll start at the top. Here's the overhead panel. So you have your engine fire pull handles here, cargo fire manual testing here. This is your APU control panel. This is the hydraulic control panel. This is your electrical panel. This is your air control panel and your fuel panel. Over here is anti-ice and cabin pressure control. Some annunciator checks over here. This is your lights control panel here. This is your engine ignition and FADEC control here. That's the overhead panel. Uh-oh. Why is that guard open? Huh. Okay, so let's talk about, so we got the overhead panel now. Let's talk about the rest of the cockpit. Yes, it does, very much. So the MD-11, this Honeywell flight deck is a weird hybrid between like a Boeing cockpit and a Airbus cockpit. I think it's awesome. This thing, so this is like late 80s, early 90s technology, but I think it's incredible. So here is your displays, right? You have 6. Riley, I'm flying for UPS. Let me show you. All right, so you have 6 displays here. So you have a nav. You have your primary flight display here, nav display here. This is called the EAD, engine and alert display. This here is your status page, and on this one, you change the different views based on what you want to look at. So you have the engine page, you have a consequences page. So if you have any kind of system failures, it will tell you what you're gonna lose right here. Okay, let me see if I can induce one. Let's go system manual, DC cross tie off. I don't know if it's gonna induce one. AC cross tie 2 off. No, alright. Let me go manual. Automatic. There has to be an actual system failure. If I manually turn it off, there's no consequence. So it will show you if you have any kind of system failure, what you're going to lose right here. Next, you have a status page, and this gives you a status of all of the main subsystems of the aircraft, and if there's any issues with it, they'll come up here. Alright, I have a hydraulic page here. This shows us the status of our hydraulic systems. We have 3 hydraulic systems on the MD-11. Each one has 2 engine-driven pumps, a primary and a standby. And then there's 2 electrical aux pumps on this aircraft, and reversible motor pumps connecting systems 3 to 2 and systems 1 to 3. Okay? Next we have the electrical panel, and this is just basically a synoptic of all the electrical systems and how they're operating. We have 3 IDGs on this aircraft plus an APU generator. And we also have an ADG, which is the air-driven generator, which is your RAT. This is your air control panel. This is a fun one to play with. So let's say we're in the cockpit right now and it's a little cold. I can turn the temperature up, so it's on auto control right now, but if I'm a little cold I can turn it up. So see this? Watch when we go to the overhead. I'll go up to the cockpit and I'll turn the temperature up a little bit. And now you see that the commanded temperature is 29 degrees Celsius. So now the pack is going to supply warmer air to the flight deck. See, the inlet air is now coming up to 37 degrees Celsius to raise the cockpit temperature up to the requested amount, right? And now you see the cockpit temperature is coming up. We'll let it go up a few degrees, and I'm going to turn it back down because 29 Celsius is a little warm for me. So anyway, you can see how that works. Like, we can change the cargo here. Let's not do the cockpit. We'll do the cargo compartment. So we'll go up here. We'll set this back to kind of normal, and we'll put the cargo compartment to full hot. Now see here, the commanded air temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So now the packs are putting out 44 degree air into the cargo compartment to raise the temperature in there accordingly. And we'll come back and watch that in a little bit. And then we also have the fuel system right here. And this fuel system is fully automatic by the auto controllers, right? The MD-11 likes to fly with an aft center of gravity, so whenever possible, the fuel system will transfer fuel back to a tank at the back of the aircraft in a horizontal stabilizer to move the CG aft. But once we get down to these low fuel levels like this, it really can't do that because it wants to keep all the fuel tanks balanced. You're only going to have that fuel to play with when you have extra fuel in the center wing tank or in the aux tanks here. We really don't have that because we're only carrying 33,000 pounds. So it's going to keep the fuel level in all 3 main tanks to feed the engines directly. So those are the different displays you have on your status page. Next thing, we'll take a look at the FMC. So this is the Pegasus 912 FMC. It's pretty standard. Most modern aircraft have things like this, right? So you got your initialization page, your weights, fuel stuff. You have your flight plan here. I have a takeoff and approach page here. I have a performance page here where we can monitor cruise, descent, and climbing. And this will also tell me how far it is to my top of descent and the time that we're going to get there. And I have a progress page, right? It tells us from and to, altitudes, times, our current temperature aloft, wind, fuel on board right now, and our estimated fuel at landing at the different places. So our primary is going to be Newark. So it's estimating that we're going to land with about 27,000 pounds of fuel on board. We'll see. That seems a little high. And then Boston is our alternate, and it calculates from our current position. If we were to divert directly to Boston Airport, we'd have 21,200 pounds of fuel on board when we get there. Alright, this also tells us our distance to go and our estimated time to arrival, or estimated time overhead, ETO. That's the progress page. So when I'm flying in the left seat, I like to have the flight plan on the left FMC, and I like to have the miscellaneous pages on the right. So I usually keep it on progress or performance over here. And then we'll take a look at the pedestal. This is your spoiler handle. These are called suitcase handles. These are your stab trim handles. You have the stab trim handles here, and you have switches on the yoke as well. Engine start control panel here. These are your engine start switches, and this is your fuel switches. This is your flap and slat handle, and we have a really cool thing on the MD-11 or most McDonnell Douglas aircraft. We have a flap takeoff selector, so we can dial in a custom flap setting, and it changes the gate right here. It's like a movable flap D10. So I usually use, depending on the, I set the takeoff flap setting based on our aircraft weight, runway length, all that stuff. But for descent and approach, I usually use flaps 15. I leave it there. All right, let's take a look at, we have another FMC here, and these are our radio stacks. We have a total of 3 radio stacks on the aircraft, VHF 1, 2, and 3. This is your radar control panel here, and this is our transponder right here. And then on the left, we have an electronic flight bag, which does not appear to be working very well right now. Weird. There we go. Washington, D.C. is going to be off our left here a little bit. And there is your flight deck tour. Okay, we need to start talking about our arrival into we need to talk about our arrival into Newark. I haven't been there before, so gotta kind of figure this out. So we're on the Bilbo for arrival. Alright, so we need at Fubber, we need flight level 270. Wow, they really keep you high, really far out. No, I don't want to do that. Unless we have ATC, I don't want to stay that low that far out. So I'm probably going to go ahead and just delete all these crossing restrictions, because I don't really want to do that. Let me see if there's any ATC here. Nope. Yeah, no ATC, so you're very welcome. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Let's start looking at our arrival here. I really don't want to do all these crossing restrictions, because it just doesn't make sense to stay that high. So I'm going to take this one out. And that's going to push our top of descent out. I don't want to do any of these, honestly. So I'm taking that out. I'm taking this out. And we're going to take this out as well. Alright. Okay, I don't want this either. Oh yeah, look at that. That just changed our top of descent substantially, because I don't want to get down that soon. It's just too far out. We're going to be just putzing along at under 10,000 feet going slow, 50 miles away from the airport. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, that's a lot better. So now our top of descent is 72 miles away because we took out all the crossing restrictions, so the FMC doesn't have to try to calculate getting down sooner to make all those. Now, if ATC shows up and wants to put those back in,
Washington traffic, American 1958, setting up for the RDU-19 approach at DCA.
any station this frequency, UPS 2113 heavy radio check.
UPS, this is American 1958, I got you 455, 455.
I got you 4x5 as well. Thank you. Okay, hey, you have a question about virtual airlines. Okay, I'll show you. We have a few minutes here. Let's see, how long do we have? I don't want to miss my top of descent. 16:53. So I've got 8 minutes. So virtual airlines work like this. I'm gonna show you the website. All right. So this is UPS Virtual Air Cargo. This is a virtual airline, right? And then I have a login page here because I'm a crew member. So here is my flight operations center here. That's me. This is the amount of flights that I've flown for UPS Virtual Air Cargo. This is my hub, Ontario, California. My airline call sign is here. If you want, you can go look at my logbook. So these are the flights that I've flown for UPS Virtual Air Cargo. This is our flight operations center where we can pick flights and pick different aircraft to fly. I'm an MD-11 pilot, so I only fly MD-11 flights, but we were in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're heading up to Newark from here. And how we communicate with the website is this program over here called Smart Cards. Let me show it to you. So this is the interface that I use right now, and it basically talks to the virtual airline website. So it gets our times when we're loading fuel, pushing back, engine start, our takeoff, and right now it's recording that we're cruising at flight level 350. And then this shows our departure and arrival. And that's our little aircraft right there flying left to right. Right? And this is communicating with the ground right now, so it knows where we're at. And this program records all of our flight parameters and our takeoff and arrival times. It communicates that to the website so that it can update our logbook and our position on the website. And there you go. Yeah, so the airline has different events. It has different programs, training, hubs, and flights to fly. So I get all of my flight numbers from the website, and then I go in and I program them in from there. Yeah, isn't it cool? I mean, if you're gonna fly a sim like this, you might as well be part of an airline and get more into it. Like, to me, the whole point of this is to immerse yourself in this, right? If you want to feel like you're flying a real MD-11, and you want to feel like what you're doing is contributing to something, right? I want to feel like what I'm doing is it means something. So like, when I fly, I'm getting hours that go into a logbook that I can keep for myself forever. It's keeping track of the amount of fuel that I burn, how much cargo that I deliver, and it helps the economics of the airline. So I'm actually contributing to something bigger when I'm flying this. I'm not just out here flying around just for fun. It's like a job. This is like my virtual job, if that makes sense to you. So if you're gonna fly online, you might as well fly for an airline too. That's the way I see it. Or else, why bother? Yeah, I mean, that's my personal opinion. Some people fly just because they like to fly, and that's perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with that. Oh yes, oh yes. I've flown for FedEx Virtual in the past, and Delta Virtual Airlines was a big one that I flew for a long time. Delta Virtual Airlines. I think I can show you their website. Watch this. How much time do I got? I got a couple minutes. Let's try this. DeltaVA.org. Watch this. View logbooks. Watch this. Look at this. Look how old this was, man. 2011. All these are the different aircraft I flew for Delta. 757-200, 767-300, 777-200ER, Concorde, DC-8, L-1011, TriStar. Here's MD-11 only. These are all the MD-11 flights I used to fly. Look at them all. Woo. Since 2006, man. Yeah, you can see I've been flying the MD-11 since 2006. That's funny. My first flight ever was from Atlanta to Raleigh-Durham. And that's where we just took off from today. Isn't that funny? Yeah, so I've flown 737s, 757s, 767s, 777s, MD-11s, and L-1011 TriStars. Mostly. But I have the most hours in an MD-11. Okay, we're getting pretty close to our top of descent here. Let's take a look. 7 nautical miles. So I'm going to go ahead and clear ourselves down to 10,000 feet. Well, you know, if you like the 767 UPS, that is one of the biggest airframe types that they fly is the 767-300 freighter. That's probably the most common aircraft we have. In fact, my MD-11s are going to eventually be replaced by 767s. Sad, but it's just how it is. Newark traffic, UPS 2113 heavy, leading flight level 350, descending via the fieldable for arrival, Newark. Okay, crew, down to 10,000. Let's take a look at our descent and approach checklist. Landing data is set. 163 approach. Let's go flaps 50. Well, actually, I take that back. Let's see what we got here. Here's Newark. And we're landing on 22 left. Where is it? Where is the cargo ramp for us? That's FedEx. Huh. Honestly, I don't even know where we're supposed to park. Let me see if I can figure out where we're supposed to go. Alright. Where's my phone? I honestly don't even know where we're supposed to park today. Oh, well, you know what? It's okay, man. You'll learn. You should try it. It's so much more fun when you're flying online. You gotta get on VATSIM, dude. Alright, let's see. UPS VAC parking at KEWR. Let's see. K. Right here. Oh my goodness, over there? Where the heck is that?
Philly traffic, American 444 is on short bottom, runway 27 right for Philly.
All right, let me look at this again. I guess we park over here. Ah, wow, that's weird. All right, so we're gonna be parking over here today because we're not getting in the FedEx ramp. No way. So we're looking for runway 22 left, right? Left. We might as well do a full-length rollout because there's no point in getting off too soon. Because we got to go over here. So I think we'll keep the 163 flaps 35. Yeah, minimum auto brakes. That'll work. So we've already gone over the descent. So here's our ILS approach. We're flying to Filbo, then we're going to direct over to Pattern and pick it up at Zico and fly the ILS in. So we want to be at 3,000 feet by Zico. This approach is going to be kind of 500, then a right-hand climbing turn to 3,000 on heading 225, and inbound ARD VOR 069 radial to Kilma, DME 27 and hold. So let's go ahead and start putting some of that stuff in our NavRad just to back it up. So NavRad, let's clear out these pre-selects. ILS is 108.7 and the approach course is 219. Get that there. And then for the missed approach, it is
Philly traffic, American 444 is clear, runway 27 right for Philly.
oh, I can't see the ARD. Oh, okay, 108.2. Add drag, okay. Speed brakes extended. 108.2. Radial 069. There it is. Alright, speed brakes, you track. Alright, let's get the weather real quick. Alright, altimeter 2992, wind 250 at 5, 10 statute miles visibility, view clouds at 3,500, 29902. Okay, transition 2992, we'll keep on that. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Transition altitude, 18,000, but the altimeter is still 2992, so we'll leave that as is. Alright, let's get the CTAF. KEWR. 118.3. Okay, add drag. Okay, speed brakes up. We're down. 118.30. Okay. Coming right. Alright, descending on profile, looking good. I'm blowing through all of the altitude restrictions on the star because I don't like them. It keeps us way too high, way too far out, so I'm not doing that. There's no ATC right now, so I'm just going to do what I want to do. Otherwise, we'd be out flying for an extra 20 minutes trying to get there. Yeah, the crossing restrictions are just ridiculous going into Newark. Don't make any sense to me. Okay, coming left. Okay, 1,000 to go. We're going to start slowing her down at 245. And let's go ahead and get our lights on, landing lights, taxi lights, and the runway turnoff lights are all on. That is approach checklist complete. Okay, 10,000 feet. Just trying to slow her down here before we start down further. I can't see it through the clouds here, but Newark is going to be at our 2 o'clock low. Come on, girl, slow down.
Lincoln Park traffic, number 965
Okay, a little turbulence as we go through this cloud. Okay, let's go slats extend. And we'll start down. We'll clear down to 3,000. Okay, crew, down to 3,000. Okay, and we're going to fly to the vectors point, and then I'll dial in the initial approach fix after that. Coming right. Idle thrust.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Alright, let's get established on this heading. And then I'm going to go down here to the flight plan, and we're going to go delete this discontinuity. Nope. Oh, hold your heading, Alright, we need to get down a little bit faster. Let's go flaps 15.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Alright, let's go nav pattern.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Okay, 195 idle thrust. Alright, let's go ahead and dial in the Newark CTAF frequency. keep it at 5,000.
Altitude.
Iseco. Nope. Take it what? Down to 4.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. Okay, crew down to 3,000. Alright, let's go approach armed. I've got the localizer and the glide slope alive.
Altitude.
Let's go ahead and go. Well, I don't know. Maybe not yet. We'll hold at 3. Oh yeah, we're doing an approach all right. ILS 22 left, coming up here shortly. One last check of the weather. Alright, 250 at 5. Altimeter 299 or 2. Okay, missed approach, altitude 3,000. Okay. Alright, they're down to 2. Let's do vertical speed just a little bit here, so we don't lose our glide slope. Alright, flaps 28.
Altitude.
You're down. Glide slope localizer captured. Alright, let's make our call. Newark traffic, UPS 2113 heavy on the ILS 22 left approach. Okay, gear down. Flaps 35, speed check, flaps 35. Airfield in sight. On glide slope, on localizer. Alright, and
Stabilizer motion.
163, final approach speed.
2,500.
Wind is 250 at the, what is it wind at the end? 250 at 5 knots, so just slightly to the right off the nose there. Missed approach altitude, 3,000 feet is set. Okay, we're on speed. Alright guys, coming in. Before landing checklist. Speed brakes arm. Auto brakes minimum. Spoiler, okay, landing gear downforce green, auto brakes set, checked. Flaps 35 set. Altimeters 2992. EAD green box. We are clear to land and the before landing checklist is complete. Okay, let me do a throttle alignment check real quick. Alright crew, I'm taking over. Auto throttle off. Autopilot
Autopilot.
off. I have control. Newark traffic, UPS 2113 heavy on final approach, 22 left. Okay, crew, here we go. Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse thrust. Manual braking. Coming off here. Okay, versus normal. Okay, there's taxiway November. We'll stop here. Okay, parking brake. Newark traffic, UPS 2113 heavy is clear, runway 22 left, holding short of 22 right at November. Okay, after landing checklist, spoilers. Up. And disarm. Flaps and slats, up, retract. Weather radar, off. Auto brakes, off. Snap trim. Three degrees, aircraft nose up. Landing lights off, retract. Taxi lights are off. Runway turn off lights are off. Strobe light is off. Actually, we'll leave the strobe light on because we're going to cross. APU start. Alright, let's check. Newark traffic, UPS 2113 is going to cross 22 right at November. Taxi to UPS ramp. Newark traffic. Alright, crew. Let's cross. Okay, runway's clear. This is a very confusing ramp. Alright, so let's make a left turn. No. Let's make a left turn here. Wow, this is a weird airport. And then we're going to make a right turn on Alpha 11. Near traffic, UPS 2113 Heavy is clear. Q2 right. Thank you. Thanks for the. Let me see how. Let's see what the what my ACAR said. Ooh, hoo, hoo. 20 feet per minute. Damn, that's a kisser. Beautiful. Beautiful landing here. All right, here's Alpha 11. And I think they got us parking out here in the middle of nowhere. Let's see if we can find it.
New York traffic, Delta 2171, taxi runway 22 right for departure, New York.
Alright, we're gonna go in there at that jetway. Alright, marshaller. Oh, I cut that way short. Hey, parking brake set. Let's go parking checklist. Let's see, transponder off. Anti-ice off. Fuel switches off. And seatbelt signs off. Emergency power off. Exterior lights. Let's go strobe light off, beacon light off. Let's go ground ops, ground power unit, wheel chocks. Wheel chocks are installed, parking brake released. Leave the IRUs on, APU. We'll go ahead and shut that off. External power, APU off. Okay, parking checklist is complete. Alright guys, another flight in the books. Let's open up and start unloading this cargo here. Hey, nice to meet you, man. Take care. It was nice talking to you. All right, I'm ending this stream. Thanks, everybody.